All right. So now we're doing Learn GDScript from Zero, an open source project by GDQuest.com. All right. We're going to continue where we left off over here at creating dictionaries. All right. So in the last lesson, we used an array to represent a player's inventory. True. With just an array of item names, though, we can't easily keep track of the amount of each item. True. Instead, we can bundle the item names and amounts into a single dictionary. Yes, this is like an object in JavaScript or a dictionary in Python. Anyway, a dictionary is a data structure that allows us to map pairs of values. In the pair, we call the first value a key as we use it to access the second. So in other words, a dictionary has a list of keys and each key points to a value. True. To define a dictionary, we use curly braces. I'm not saying brackets. We use curly braces. A colon separates each key and its value. A comma separates each key. A comma separates each key and value pair. I need to practice one more time. Okay, I don't care. We're doing it. A comma separates each key and value pair. There we go. All right. All right, let's go. Var dictionary equals, and we've got key colon value 1 comma key colon value 2. So yes, this is the dictionary. It's got curly braces. All right. It's got key 1, which is, this is the first property. If we were in like Python, we're going to call it, I'm going to call it properties anyway. So we've got the first property here. It's got key 1. The name of the property is also key 1. And then we've got value 1. So if we say, okay, we want key 1 to be 7, we would do something. Anyway, we'll get into that later. So this is just a data structure. This is a key storing a value. All right. Dictionaries can hold any values. Dictionaries can map about any value to any other value. Map about. I guess that's how it's said. I don't know. Anyway, for example, we can use the name of an item as a key and the amount as the corresponding value. This makes dictionaries excellent for keeping track of a player's inventory. We can use the name of an item as a key, yes, and the amount as a corresponding, yes. All right, so var inventory healing heart, we got 3 of them. We got 5 gems, 1 sword, and if we had like a money thing, or even at the bank, I bet they actually do use these at the bank that says like account whatever. So here we matched the name, a string to the amount, a number. But a key could be a string, a number, or even a vector. Although we can have all of these different keys, keep in mind that every key has to be unique. That means we couldn't have a dictionary like the following. So we have var, inventory, shield, healing heart, sword, and then healing heart again. So yeah, we can't do that. They have to be unique, right? They have to be different. Because I mean, you know, let's go see. This is going to give us an error. Duplicate key found in dictionary literal. Okay. So in the above example, which key would cause the error? This one right here, the healing heart. Boom. And submit it. There we go. So the key healing heart appears twice in the dictionary. In the above example, Godot wouldn't know whether to return 3 or 8 when using inventory healing heart. This is why keys need to be unique. All right. So how dictionaries work under the hood. Yeah, this is... All right, let's go over this. So dictionaries are also called mappings or associative arrays. Under the hood, they use arrays and several functions to efficiently store and retrieve values across arrays. Precisely, dictionaries use a hashing algorithm. Hashing algorithms convert one value into another, all right? So in this case, hashing consists of converting a given key into a unique whole number. The dictionary then uses that number as an array's index. True. So that's how a dictionary works. When we give it a key, it converts it into a unique index and uses that index to retrieve the corresponding value in the computer's memory. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I think it has something to do with like, I don't know. I really don't know exactly how that works. This is a little deep. This is like, I don't know. Do they make this in C++? I don't know. That's also why we can't have the same key twice. It would map to the same array index, causing us to overwrite an existing value. I don't even know what language they wrote Godot in, but it's something, right? I don't even know how they write computer languages. I don't get it. So accessing values. We access the value of keys by writing the dictionary name with the key in between square brackets. Yes. So dictionary key like this. So it's not like dictionary dot healing heart or dot anything. I don't know if, yeah, no. So yeah, it's always going to be strings or maybe numbers too. I don't know. Or maybe it said, somebody said, I think it said vectors also can be the names of them. Honestly, I don't know. But this is the best way, I would say, just a descriptive string. Anyway, so let's go. How would we access how many gems the player has? Bar item count, inventory sort? No. Gem? No, it's gems, right? Just we got to make sure to have it spelled exactly the same. There we go. So we're right, and we need to make sure the key is the same as we defined in the dictionary. In our case, var item count equals inventory gems is correct. True. So changing values. We can also change values directly, which is useful in our case for adding or removing items from the player's inventory. Okay. So func run, we've got inventory healing heart plus equals 1. So that's going to add one more to this right here when we run it. Indeed it does. All right. So in the following practices, we're going to use a dictionary to create a player inventory and create a function to change the value of items. Okay. So with this first one, we're going to be creating an inventory using a dictionary. Collecting items is, I think this is way too materialistic of a phrase. So I'm going to say collecting items is a necessary part of life, but we need a good way to store them. We're going to write a dictionary to display the player's items. Okay. So let's start here. So we're going to give some items to a player. We're going to use a dictionary for the player's inventory. They defined the inventory variable for us, but it contains no items yet. So here it is right here. So we're going to give the player the following items by adding the correct keys and values to the dictionary. So we're going to give it 3 healing hearts, 9 gems, 1 sword, and the keys should be text strings and the values whole numbers. All right. So in this one, let's take this healing heart right here. Let's copy it. Let's toss it right here. Let's go home because I know we got one space. Well, we did. Actually, let's just bring it all the way back. And then type, and then go like that, and go the in and get rid of this period. All right. So let's have that colon, and then a space, and then a comma. Let's take this. Actually, what's the first one? 3? I guess we could put the 3 there. Actually, no, let's not. Let's take this and then drop it off 1, 2 times. Actually, how about without heart? And then drop it off. Let's take this, copy, undo, end, paste, paste. All right, there we go. And then let's get rid of this comma right there. All right, so this healing right here will turn into gems, gems. And then this one will go with sword. Sword. All right. And then we'll go to the end of this one. And we will say 1. And then on this one, we're going to say 9. And then on this one, we will say 3. Now let's run it. There we go. There we go. And there we go. We got all these right here. All right. Looks good. So let's go to the next one. So we want to change the item counts in the player's inventory whenever the player picks up or uses an item. So we started the add item function. Pardon me. They started the add item function for us. So it's right here. The inventory dictionary should use the item name parameter as the key to access its values. So this item name is going to be the key to access the values, and we should increase the value by amount. So we're going to add this to this. in the dictionary. All right. To test this practice, we're going to use our add item function to increase the item count of healing heart, gems, and sword. All right, cool. So for this one, we're going into the inventory dictionary. So we'll start by saying inventory at. All right, so we're going to have the square brackets, and we'll do item name like that. And then we're going to do plus equals, and we'll add amount to it, just like that. And that should do it. So let's run it. Come on now. Item name, yeah. let's do that. All right, and run it. All right, there we go. And so we got this going on right now. What was it before? Quite a few less? I don't remember. All right, and continue. All right, so that's the end of that right there. So now we're on to looping over dictionaries, and we'll see you next time.